Dragon Ball Super episode 32 is in the books. Episode 32 is titled Shiakai Shida, Mina de Namae no Nayo Shie, which translates to The Matches Begin. Everyone head to the Nameless planet. And of course, the Nameless planet is the planet that Vados and Champa chose, a neutral planet, to hold the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 5-on-5 tournament. And guys, I will tell you this, I am completely overcome with emotion watching this episode. This episode drained me. I don't know if it's the best episode of the series, probably not, but I'm never gonna forget this episode as long as I live. There's so much stuff to talk about. I'm just totally okay. Wow. All right. There's so much to talk about. All right. So the episode starts out with a shot of the Room of Spirit and Time, the Heavenly Realm, Kami's Lookout, whatever you want to call it. And Mr. Popo and Dende are outside playing tennis. Already awesome. Already that's awesome. We cut inside, and Goku and Vegeta are training with, wow, they're in the Room of Spirit and Time, or the Hyperbolic Time Chamber in the English dub. And they're training with MMA gloves. I'm already marking out. Now, the animation for this scene was a tiny bit wonky, but the way that the choreography was awesome. They're just, blah, 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 just going at it real hard. So then, and then, you know, they're training. And, of course, if you remember, if you guys read the Dragon Ball Super manga, you'll know that in the manga, 3 years have passed inside the Room of Spirit and Time, which is 3 days in our universe. Therefore, Goku and Vegeta are 3 years older. At this point, Vegeta's got to be damn near in his late 40s, but I'm not going to do the math on that right now. I'm sure somebody down below in the comment section will do it for me. I'm too excited to even think about numbers right now. So we cut outside, and Whis is there, and he gathers everybody together in front of Capsule Corp, and he's on top of a giant cube. And this giant cube is what will transport everybody who's going to go be a spectator for this tournament and who's competing to the Nameless planet. Now, everyone's there. Conspicuous by his absence, though, is Gohan. There have been several fan theories as to what's going to happen with Gohan in this arc. We know for sure that Gohan is at a conference and he can't make it to the tournament, but will there be something left for him to do after the tournament? We'll find out. I know Gohan fans are waiting for it. We'll find out. So, then Jocko appears, and like I said last week, I was bummed that he left, and I was wondering if they were going to bring him back, but no, he's there, and he introduces to Bulma the Galactic King. Now, those of you who don't know who the Galactic King is the guy who is in charge, essentially, of the galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, and he's the leader of the Galactic Patrol. If you read Jocko the manga, you'll know who he is. He only has a couple of appearances, and we don't really know much about him, but he's introduced because he wants to see the tournament. So then Goku and Vegeta finally arrive, and they have, yes, folks, they have beards. I could not believe what I was seeing. Goku and Vegeta come out of the Room of Spirit and Time with beards. Now, I know what some people are thinking. Wait a minute, I thought Vegeta said that Saiyans couldn't grow beards. Well, I do remember that line, but also remember, Toriyama did draw the character design for Vegeta in GT. He did draw that, and he drew the mustache on Vegeta. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it just takes them a long time to grow facial hair. I don't know. Nonetheless, they were with beards. Now, I'm going to say this, okay, before anybody starts talking about, oh, it's a plot hole. It is a plot hole somewhat, but also you have to understand it's also a gag. It is also a sight gag. Because you got to remember, Dragon Ball, Toriyama, this is a comedy, all right? So when they do stuff like this, it's like a cartoon. Like, you know, when you see it back in the old Looney Tunes, when somebody gets shot in the head and, like, their face turns, like, black and, you know, their face gets all charred up and stuff. That's kind of like what this is, essentially. That's pretty much what this is. So don't take it seriously. I'm pretty sure it is just a gag. Just a gag. So, I also forgot to mention that I was having damn near heart attacks and the intro, because there is a new intro to the Dragon Ball Super anime, like the actual intro where you see all 5 members of the Universe 6 team. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the review. I apologize for that. I damn near fell out of my chair, yo. I was so marking out. By the way, I also forgot to mention that Bulma mistakes the Galactic King for Jocko's new girlfriend, which I thought was a great little gag. Remember, guys, this is a comedy. Anyways, everybody gets in the cube, and they're all heading off to, first they're going to make a pit stop on Beerus's world to pick up Monaka. And, of course, there's a gag because Majin Buu farted in the cube. Remember, this is a cube, an enclosed space with no windows or nothing, flying through space, and Majin Buu farted, and he's laughing about it. Majin Buu farts in the cube and is laughing, and Mr. Satan's like, well, the farts kind of sound like the word boo. Awesome. Just God damn, bro. If you don't like this fucking episode, seriously, like, look, fuck you. If you don't like this episode, there's something wrong with you. There is something wrong with you. It's just, I'm sorry. I just had such a great time watching this, all right? What a fun time. Anyway, so they go pick up Monaka. Goku and Vegeta meet Monaka for the first time, the strongest Beerus has ever faced, and Goku sees the nipples, of course, and Goku decides, okay, let's see how tough this guy is. Walks up and punches Monaka right in the face. Catches him right in the face. Monaka's got like teary eyes. He's like, oh my God, you hit me. And he's actually hurt. He seems like he's hurt, but that's the joke. See, you got to understand how Toriyama does this, okay? You got to understand how good writing is. You're supposed to think this guy's a pussy because Goku punched him in the face and he cried. Oh, Goku punched him in the face, he cried. No. He's hiding something. There's some, I don't know if it's a transformation, an ability, or if he's just faking the funk to fuck with Goku. There is no way that Beerus could possibly have recruited this guy as the team captain. He is the team captain, right? There is no way that he could have recruited this guy and not known he was that strong. Unless the whole gag is that when he fought him 100 years ago or whenever the hell they fought last, it wasn't 100 years ago, whenever it was, maybe he was really strong then and he got weak. I don't know, okay? But there's a gag that's going to be coming with this. There's no way somebody who is said to be that strong, Beerus is not lying. And Beerus does get mad at Goku. So they hop back into the cube and Chi-Chi brought some food and Vegeta's very eager to eat because he hasn't had any good food in 3 years because he was in the Room of Spirit and Time. So who knows what kind of abilities Goku and Vegeta inherited in the Room of Spirit and Time. We're going to get to something that I noticed here later on. So, moving on. The cube arrives on the Nameless planet. Goku sees the Super Dragon Balls and he's marking out. He's like, oh my God, the Super Dragon Balls are huge. And fucking, oh my God, what a great episode. And Goku is like, he's marking out for the balls, and Sumitomo's score here. For all the crap that Sumitomo did earlier in this series, Sumitomo redeemed himself with this episode because the music was unbelievably good. So they arrive on the Nameless planet, and Trunks and Bulma are complaining about how the seats are too uncomfortable, the ones that Vados had created. So Whis says fuck it and uses his magical abilities to create new ones. Transforming the set with special furniture. That was pretty cool. So Team Universe 7 heads off with General Beerus, and then we have another surprise. But if you read the manga, you won't be that surprised. The Kaioshin are now unfused. Now, we talked about this. If you guys, I don't know how many of you guys read the manga chapter, I think 3. It was months ago. The Kaioshin, Supreme Kai, when he was fused with Kibito, went to planet Namek because they thought that Champa was looking for the Namekian Dragon Balls. That was only in the manga. We did not see this in the anime, right? So they go and they unfused. So like I said back then, and now because it's in the anime, it's 100% confirmed, the Dragon Balls can unfuse Patara fusion. Me and Dino, and I think Quinn was on that video too, we did a video about will Vegeta return in Dragon Ball Super. It's very possible. Very, very possible. Because now we know 100% for a fact, because it was in the anime, that the dragon from Namek, Porunga, can unfuse Patara fusion. So he explains that, Kaioshin explains that him and Kibito being fused, they used the Namekian Dragon Ball split up because being fused felt weird, which, I mean, that is kind of weird, right? Think about it, being fused with another person, that's kind of weird, right? I mean, they have all your perverted memories. Anyways, Goku's like, oh, so that's why I couldn't sense your ki in the last episode. That's what I said, and I was right. Then we meet the Universe 6 Kaioshin, who look not exactly, but similar to the Universe 7 Kaioshin, but they're green. So we are introduced to the Universe 6 Kais. Now, is there a, we know with the Supreme Kais, are there like lower level Kais too? We don't know, but there's only 2 of them there. So then we are introduced to the Universe 6 fighters, and if you don't know who they are by now, you've been living under a rock because the manga leaked it, Toei's website leaked it, all the promotional material leaked it. We see them all there, Vegeta, Botamo, Kabe, Frost, and Hito. And the first one that we meet officially is Kabe. Kabe recognizes Goku and Vegeta as Saiyajin. And Kabe's really short and really scrawny looking. Kabe's like tiny. Like people were saying Kabe was like Gohan. Gohan like towers over this guy. Yo, he's like about as tall as Kid Gohan. He's even shorter than Vegeta. And then Kabe reveals that he is also a Saiyajin. Again, a lot of this was already in the manga. It's just now being told in the anime. And Vegeta's like, well, wait a minute. Wasn't your planet Vegeta destroyed by Frieza? And he's like, I don't know who Frieza is, but it sounds like Frost, the Universe 6 ruler. And they look over at Frost, and Frost like smiles at him. That was awesome, bro. He gives him a little smirk. And then Kabe reveals, like we talked about, that the home of the Saiyajin is Planet Salad. And we talked about all this previously, but I'm just reiterating it for the point of the review, that the original Saiyans are from Planet Salad, and in the Universe 7 world, Planet Salad was destroyed, and they went to Planet Vegeta, took over with the Sufurians, and had that whole civil war, that whole thing. Well, in Universe 6, they never left the planet, and they're actually good people. They're not like a savage, brutal, violent race. They're just good people. And one thing, though, that I will point out, unlike the manga, Kaba does not know about the tails at all. So if you remember in the manga, Kabe talked about how, well, we evolved beyond having tails. Not the case here. And again, he has no idea who Frieza is. So then we go to the test, and this is what's talked about before. Vegeta wants everybody in the tournament to take a test to see who will compete or whatever. And everybody finishes the test. Of course, Goku's confused, but Majin Buu falls asleep while doing the test. So it's safe to say, excuse me, that he's out. They do rock, paper, scissors, Jankenpo, just like in the manga, to determine who's going to fight first. And they pretty much determine, well, first, before we even get to that, I mean, they determine Goku's going first, but, they show this awesome, like, everybody goes to the ring, they go to the arena, and the intergalactic penguin, or whatever the fuck he is, sings the intergalactic space national anthem. And pretty much what this is, guys, this is, again, you gotta be a hardcore Dragon Ball fan to pick up on this. The space anthem gag, because he pretty much goes out there and he sings the space national anthem, and it's like one line, right? And it's supposed to be essentially like a parody of the Chief Monk opening speech from the 21st tournament all the way back in Dragon Ball. So they are referencing stuff from forever ago, which I fucking love as a Dragon Ball fan. What's old is new again, and the fact that they're doing throwbacks to, Frieza, Goku, Vegeta, with Frost and all them, and of course now the manga, or the national anthem. I love it. I just totally freaking love it. So they have this epic fucking Sumitomo score, boom, 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 and the announcer's like, Botamo, da da da, Son Goku, and fucking, they're marking out Goku. The camera pans in on Goku, pans in on Botamo, and we have our cliffhanger. Fucking amazing, man. I'm losing my mind right now. If you have not seen this episode, go see it. If you have seen this episode, let me know your thoughts down below. I'm incredibly hyped. What a fucking amazing time. What a blast I had watching this. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and share it out. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. One more thing, too, that I got to point out. In the next episode preview, we see some scenes of Goku and Botamo fighting. And, yes, folks, Goku is golden-haired Super Saiyan. So, for those wondering, the debate's been going on all week. It looks like Goku can still use golden hair. Why he would not go to the blue form, we don't know yet. We're going to find out next week, hopefully. But he does use golden hair. What's weird is he's using golden hair against Botamo. In the manga, that's not how it happened. In the manga, he didn't show that off until he fought Frost. And again, when he fights Frost, he may still use the blue hair. See, we don't know. We don't have answers yet. But the one question that is answered is that, yes, folks, Goku can still use golden-haired SSJ. Maybe he's trying to conserve God Ki. Maybe he doesn't want to go all out yet. There's different theories. We don't know anything for sure. So don't spread misinformation. We don't know. All we know for sure is that Goku can still do golden-haired SSJ. Anyways, thank you for watching the review. Spread the video out. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Thank you for your support. I'm so hyped. I'm so happy that this is going so well. Super's just getting better and better. I will catch all of you down the road.